been 3 long, hot months in Darwin, and many boat projects later. Sylvia finally has a new shiny coat of paint and many upgrades. It's now time to go back where she belongs, continuing her adventure in the open seas. The Great Barrier Reef and the east coast of Australia were calling us back for unfinished business. With the start of a new season comes new faces, more adventures, and more craziness. Here goes nothing. This is the story of a sailboat named Sylvia and the ragtag crew that call her home. Join us each week as we explore the planet both above and below the surface and see what it's really like to live a life at sea. This is Expedition Drenched.
So calm this morning. Today's the day. Finally leaving Darwin, which has been our home for 2.5, 3 months now. And yeah, I'm gonna miss this place. I'm really glad we came here. I don't think we could have gotten the amount of boat work done that we did if we had gone anywhere else. It's a big fishing port, so they're just used to dealing with big boats our size, and yeah, we got so much work done. The boat feels like brand new, and it's such a cool town. It's just very progressive, different than I would have thought. And we're heading back towards Cairns, so pretty excited for a beautiful, beautiful sail over the next couple weeks. Nothing's easy, guys. So what's gone on here is we've got all this dirt and grime and probably sandblast dust and red Darwin dust into our winch. Somehow it's really gummed up in between the two where we can't pull it apart. Gotten our claw on. Now we're gonna strap around it so it can't move. Matt's gonna sit there and turn this thing, and that pushes the screw down, and then it should just pull that straight apart. So perfect tool for the job.
The problem is that this bad boy wasn't lifting up, and then we couldn't let the chain out, and also it was slipping when it was coming up. So two bad things we don't want to have happen while we're out in the middle of nowhere.
Fixed boat. Let's go sailing.
Let's go.
Good job.
Bounce.
Good job. Getting to a new season. My first sunrise. I'm so excited. So we came to Darwin thinking we were going to go over to Western Australia, but that border's shut because we're still in COVID times. I'm excited to just explore this country.
Such a good feeling to actually be back in the water, back where Sylvia belongs, and back where we belong.
Back where you belong.
Back where we belong. Yeah.
So Matt is doing a little sailing lesson for the new crew right now. Right now we've got lines that are caught in the sails while we're trying to put the sails out, and it's getting pretty hectic.
Alright, we were able to get the main undone. We had like a line caught up in it up at the top. We are fighting against 6 knots of current to try to get to our anchorage. So thankfully we have 15 knots of wind on our beam, and we got our engine going pretty well. We are going now about 3 knots, but speed in the water is 9 knots. Oh, it's crazy. Anyway, I thought we'd be here by sunset, but that's just how it is. That's sailing.
Right now we're in the middle of the Arafura Sea, and that is between Darwin and that big great gulf. So we're not quite to the gulf yet. I've taken us basically to one of the most northern places in Australia. It's a place called Marchinbar Island, and we've gone to the very tippy top of it, and we are just coming into the anchorage right now.
Season, and with that we're gonna put some flags up. Look at these 2 superheroes going up. You may have noticed our tattered, sad American flag. There's still a couple of stars. So Matt's gonna put Marca up on our port side, and Maddie, as our Australian, she has to put the Australian one on the starboard side. So I'm Nate from the USA. If you don't know me by now, you ain't never ever gonna know me.
I thought from the Basque Country, that's Europe it's a little country between France and Spain.
My name's Matt. I'm from the States, particularly from Maryland.
Hi, so I'm Amy from South Africa, down with that sounds.
My name's Sergi. I'm from Barcelona.
What's good? I'm Tom from New Zealand.
Hey, I'm Megane from France. Oh, I'm Leonie from the Netherlands.
Hey guys, I'm Xin from China.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm Australian.
After more than a week at sea, we felt like exploring a new anchorage and having the sand between our toes once again. And what better way to do that than having a good old-fashioned boys versus girl volleyball tournament.
We've been hanging out on this little remote island, and we've stopped at a few others on the way to Darwin, and now we're stopping at a few on the way back, and every single one that we seem to stop at is so covered in rubbish and plastic, even though it's probably been years or decades since anyone else has been on these islands. There's still such a constant human presence here, and it's just crazy. So we decided to have a little bit of fun, and now it's time to do a little beach cleanup, and hopefully this island will be looking spotless once we're done with it.
Even here, the most remote beaches, we still find trash. Everywhere we look, we find trash. Oh, plastic. That's quite sad, really.
A lot of plastic from a lot of different places. Mostly water bottles, thongs, rope, fishing line. Who knows where it came from?
But it's here. What do you think's the answer?
Stop making it. Stop making it. Stop using it.
4 entire bags later, that took us like 6 minutes. No more.
Fortunately, we are going to be now motoring across the big bay at the top of Australia. And we need to get around the corner before what's going to happen on the couple days from now is this wind starts blowing hard right here in our face, okay? And we don't really want that. We don't want to be fighting against the wind. I'm not too stoked about having to motor for 3 days, but to be frank, it's better than beating into it. And this is just a notorious bad spot to be in. And we are already a couple weeks into cyclone season, so we don't really have time to muck about and just wait for the perfect weather window, which means we go now.
It's just flat. It's so calm. It's so crazy. Unfortunately, there is no wind, so that means we're not sailing and we're just having to motor. So there are pros and cons, but the pro is that it's super still, super calm, really beautiful. Everyone can do their cooking days, they can play games, chill, do everything that we want to do. The boys are fixing stuff, so I'm just in a little bit of shock that there can be such calm serenity out in the deep blue like this. I've never seen this before, so beautiful.
Just look at this. Feels like we're sailing on a cloud. No wind, still no wind. The no wind continues. What do you do when there's no wind? You go wakeboarding across the ocean.
Are we crazy?
Yep.
But is it fun?
Yeah.
Woo!
How's your motorboating trip going?
So far, many pros.
Yeah?
Wakeboarding, being able to work out and do yoga while we're on the move, watching movies on the projector, playing Mario Kart outside, cooking with ease. It's been so cruisy.
Yachting.
So lovely. Yeah, this is yachting. This isn't sailing anymore.
We just need a margarita machine and we'll be set. So we had dolphins visit us last night, swimming through the bioluminescence, and it's just been a beautiful, beautiful motor. And we've been some motorboating sons of bitches. We have motored, how many nautical miles do you think we've motored?
We motored about 400 now.
Owning and winning.
Yeah.
That's how you do. That's how you do. Yeah.
I've been feeling restless. This city is relentless. It wears me down and leaves me dry. I could use some water, somewhere that I can wander, where I can finally see the sky. All the noise and all the chaos, I only want to hear the sound of the earth. I only want to feel the ground underneath. No pavement, no concrete, just leaves and my heartbeat. I only want to hear the sound of the earth. Buildings into mountains, streams instead of fountains. Take all the gray and turn it green. People like a sea flowing through the street, passing over me, passing over me. All the noise and all the chaos.
We continue to cross the vast Gulf of Carpentaria towards the very tip of Australia, Cape York. In the next episode, we venture back into the beloved, magnificent Great Barrier Reef.
Sit down here.
We tend to go the most dangerous route we can.
Except they're using my jackets.
It was in the engine room.
That's where my bag of clothes is. There's a bag of my clothes in the engine room that you guys have been using.
I got this all on
as
film.
the engineering.
Look, if it ends up in the engineering room,
I didn't put it in the engineering room.
well, neither did I.
Have you? These are all my clothes. I've been looking for them for the last week.
Thank you. Thanks for the rags.
donation.
Yeah, so we sent Shen to shore. We should have kept her. She would have had this folded into a crane by now, I think. So it would have been really beautiful.
Yeah, she's good at it.
Do you understand that?
No.
Okay.
It's 'cause she's Asian.
Never mind. Never mind. Outtakes! Anyway. Is this your margarita?
This is my margarita because we're yachting. This is the worst version of margarita.
Yeah, and if I don't know how many Chinese are watching this video, if you are from China, just type 1 in the comment area.